of it is that I think reality needs to come out, in situations like this. You talked about his longtime girlfriend, and it was something that in the book also touched me, is how that went, and then kind of how things ended up with his current wife. I was kind of, maybe you can touch on that and tell why that was relevant in your book. Was it kind of an aspect of showing his character? And also, you mentioned you're not really fond of his wife. Whatever you feel you can say, I'd like to know why.
Yeah, Brenda, actually, her and I are still friends today. Dana finished high school in Maine, and he met her up there, and eventually brought her down to Boston with him, and they lived together for quite a while. And they were talking about moving to Atlanta, and they'd made all these plans and everything. They'd been together for a number of years, and out of the blue, he just walked out on her. I mean, and when I say walked out, I was so angry at him. My daughter and I were both. So he took all the furniture, took all the money out of the bank account, left her with nothing. The rent was due on the apartment. I found out about it and called her, and I said, he told her, go back to Maine, go back to your parents.
Right, yeah, that's right.
And so I called her and said, what are you going to do? She said, I don't know. I'm not going back to Maine. I don't care what he said or what he's done. So I, at the time, was living in Southie and had a 2-bedroom apartment. I said, I'm never here. I said, take the 2nd bedroom until you can get on your feet.
Sure.
Get a place with a girlfriend or whatever you want to do. And obviously the last thing she wanted to do was move in with Dana's mom.
Right.
But, she did, because there was nothing else she could do. She was always working and away, and she was going to school, and I was never home either. But we're still good friends to this day.
So in the book, I felt the passion that you had towards her, the love, and it's sad to see kind of thing happen. Now with the current wife, I read parts of the book. I know there was one part where there was an issue at the hotel room. I don't know. Something about a birthday. I don't know if Dana had left before somebody's birthday. Do you know? Maybe I'm thinking it was the birthday. So one of the kids, there's something that was going on. No, it was his sister had something, and he had promised her. Yeah, if you don't mind telling that story, right? Because he had went ahead and got on the plane or whatever, and you can tell better. I do.
Yeah, he had. He was going to be the godfather to her little girl, and 3 times he canceled the coming back for the christening.
Right, that's what it was.
And he had lied to her about why he wasn't coming back. One of the times they were in the Bahamas on the Fertitta's yacht with the Fertittas, and I think he told her he had to go to Japan, and he was the only one that could go and take care of this meeting and everything. When I found out, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you know what? Do not let your sister know this is why you couldn't come back for the baby's christening.
Right.
So he finally did come back, and he came back with Annie, his wife, and their 2 boys, and he stayed for a week so that he could visit with family and friends and everything. And the christening was like the second to last day that they were there. And the night before, he wanted to go out and have a party at one of the clubs and have everyone come. Well, his sister didn't go, I didn't go,
right.
And he got mad. And my sister called me the next morning and says, oh, what are you doing? I said, I'm trying to hurry to get to the christening, I'm going to be late. And she said to me, oh, they're still having it? And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, well, Dana's mad at everyone, so I heard that he called for his jet and he's leaving. So I hung up on my sister. I called Dana's cell phone and it was straight to voicemail. So I called the hotel and asked for his room, and she said no calls are to be put through to that room.
Didn't he go snatch the kid or something like that? Or oh man,
I was sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
I was sick to my stomach. I went flying over there.
Right.
Went up to the room, went in. Dana and I were in this huge screaming match. He's in the bedroom packing. His wife's sitting in the little living room. They had a suite. Eating breakfast. She's in her bathrobe and watching TV with the 2 kids. The christening's like in 45 minutes. It's 2 towns over. And so on the way, Dana said the jet was coming and they were leaving and they wouldn't be at the christening. I was just sick to my stomach over it. So on the way out the door, little Dana, I said, come on, honey, you're coming with Grandma.
Right.
And I took him with me. And one of my brothers said, oh, yeah. He told my daughter afterwards, at the reception we had, that, oh, yeah, Dana wouldn't have even come except June
Took the kids, right.
Yeah, little Dana, and they had to come get him.
Man.
So that just destroyed her.
More character issues. And I hate to keep bringing it up and saying that, but it's just, I mean, that's the point. And I think this is why everybody out there, you need to get this book, because it's just one of those things, much like presidents or anybody out there, you guys don't want to be lied to. None of us do. And sometimes I think this stuff's relevant in terms of who we're giving our money to, who we're following, who we're believing. Now, let me ask you this. You came down here, the current wife. What you did with her? Why don't you like her? And just kind of curious, have you ever known Dana to not be faithful to this wife?
Yes, I do. That. I can't believe that she doesn't know it either. But Annie, when they first got married, I got along with her okay. They fought constantly, and she was usually the aggressor and the batterer. I don't like that, no matter who it's coming from.
Right.
Yep. And as they got more and more money, she just became, in my opinion, just unbearable. She's another one who's turned on. She doesn't have hardly any friends anymore. She certainly turned on Dana's family, all of us.
Right.
And we used to be really good friends with her and her whole family. And once the money started coming in, all of a sudden, she was constantly at Dana not to have us over, not to do anything for us. But he does support her entire family.
I was about to say, you think that was what it was? She felt that maybe if Dana was close to you, just maybe, if your grand would go your way, that she wanted to go her mother's way, or whoever it is that's on her side. You think maybe that was it? That she wanted to kind of, obviously, if he's not helping you, that's more money for her or her family. Do you feel that?
Yeah, they have so much money. I don't even think that could matter right now. But he supports her two sisters who have never worked. He supports her father and mother. The father hasn't worked in forever. They all have credit cards that say Dana White on them. They pay for the houses they live in. He bought them all brand new, some sort of big fancy SUVs one year for Christmas. He gives them all cash. So he does all this for her family. And that's great as far as I'm concerned. They have the money, they can afford to do it. But I don't see why she, just throws a fit if he tries to do anything for his family. He actually did, when they were first starting to make money, I had this junky little car that I drove, and both my kids were embarrassed that I was driving around in it. It was a little blue Ford something or other, and the front of it had gotten some rust on it, so my little grandson said, Remy, I can fix that for you. He was like 3 or something. And I said, sure, sweetheart, go ahead. And he found some blue paint, and he painted all over the front of it. And it did look pretty bad, but I thought it was cute.
Right.
And it was fine with me. I don't really care about cars. Sure. So, but
I drive a minivan, so I understand.
Yeah. So Dana and Kelly were pretty embarrassed that I was driving around in public in this thing. And Dana called my daughter's husband, who was in the car business, and said, go out and find my mom a decent car, and we'll give it to her for Christmas. So my son-in-law went out and got a car, and this little used thing. And Dana called me, and he said, Mom, whatever you do, don't let Annie know I did this for you. And he said, I know it's not much what I gave you right now, but he said in the future, when I make more money, he said, I'll get you a nice car. But he said, just don't say anything to Annie. I said, Annie doesn't even talk to me anymore, so I don't think that'll be an issue.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane. You know, for such a tough guy, he seems kind of whipped to me. You know what I mean? In that scenario, I mean, when a woman can tell you not to spend money on your mom, I don't know. I don't know. Now, obviously, you know, we touched a little bit on the infidelities. Is this something you can elaborate on? Anybody know of or anything like that? You know, I gotta get in TMZ mode right now.
No, lots of people like know that stuff. I think lots of people do know that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I don't know. I couldn't put out there.
Sure.
I mean, I know other people know them.
Anybody in the business, anything like that? Anybody, you know, point me in a direction of the type of people.
They're the type of people that know when you bring home to your mother. I'll put it that way.
I hear you. Well, it sounds to me like he shouldn't have brought his wife home to his mother the way she's actually been. Yeah, I said it, Dana.
They were friends in high school. They didn't date or anything. They hung out in the same crowd. So I was surprised when he moved back to Vegas and started going out with her. And they weren't going out that long before they got married.
Wow. But yet the old girlfriend, I don't get all that. Well, let me ask you this. I know you came down to Florida, you did the expo. Let me ask you how that went. You know what I mean? Did you get to meet a lot of people, and just in general, your overall opinion? I know, who was it, the MMA South Florida that was part of this? Big ups to you guys.
Yeah, great people.
Just kind of curious on how that entire experience went, and you know, just touch on it. I don't know if you did an interview since then, so.
No, I don't think I have. The couple from MMA South Florida, really, really nice people. And there were a few other people I met there that were very nice, and you know, it wasn't quite what I expected it to be, but It's always nice to go somewhere and meet new people.
Sure.
And, you know, MMA South Florida, I'd been online with them a few times, so it was nice to finally meet them. And then there were some guys next on the other side of me who were doing MMA fighting as a nonprofit.
Sure.
They were donating all the funds to, I think it was charities for children who are dying.
Wow.
Yeah, actually really interesting guys and really interesting stuff they're doing.
I know before you went, you had said that, you know, in fact, I don't know if it was on our last interview or what, but you were real interested to see how fans would react to you, because it wasn't just kind of like your first time really out there like that since obviously all this started. Did you have any negative experiences?
No, I didn't. I thought I might, but no. Everybody's, usually once they meet me and start talking, they all seem to be pretty nice. I guess I haven't met that Dana White fanatic fan yet.
It's proof. All you guys out there are keyboard warriors. Proof is right there. You know, everybody talks that crap online, and I'm not daring you guys. Leave Mrs. White alone. But the point of it is that they do that, and it shows their character. It's because they can be anonymous behind the thing. Speaking of the anonymous, did you? I don't know if you got a chance to see how anonymous the group had hacked their website, all that information that was put out about Dana. Did you get a chance to check that out? And was that information accurate? Did they do a good job? And just overall, their terrorism of Dana, and I say that because Dana calls them terrorists.
Yeah.
Kind of your comments on that. Do you think they did well at getting it, under Dana's skin?
Yeah, I actually thought it was amusing. I'm sure Dana or the Fertitas didn't think so. Only because when Dana was calling them terrorists, I can't remember, they did one little thing, and then Dana, I know, they broke into
UFC.com.
Yeah,
right.
And so Dana dared them to do it again, thinking, I don't know what he was thinking, that they had sort of shored everything up and taken care of it, and it would never happen again. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy because I think it was like a little 13-year-old boy from Australia that was one of the main people doing it.
Which is funny.
Yeah, exactly. But those people who are into computers like that and into, those big social issues, kind of not the people you want to be there to come at.
Kids today know more.